All right, guys, we apologize for that technical hitch, but that was our E squared Mtaani. We had it with the Kenya national wheelchair basketball team, and of course, the coach was also part of that conversation. He is in studio. We're going to be having that conversation. But before we get to that, guys, did you know that basketball was invented in 1891 by Dr. James Naismith? Now, this guy was trying to figure out something that will get his gym class busy during a rainy day, and boom, the basketball idea came. It was executed, put into place, and look at where we are right now, guys. It is one of the most viewed sport in the world. And of course, we thank you, Dr. James, for bringing up an amazing sport. And of course, we have seen so much. You've seen the video for the E Square Mtani. We're having the wheelchair basketball team. They are doing an amazing job, guys. And of course, you can be part of that movement by supporting as much as you can. Remember to support our team, of course, support what we stand for as our core values as a country. And of course, we continue growing together when we support each other. So Mr. Andrew is in studio. He is the head coach for the Kenya wheelchair basketball team. He is also the coach, the development coach, International Wheelchair Basketball Association. And we're going to get to talk about that more, of course. And yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So maybe we start from what Robert said on the Square Mtari. He talked about persons with disability not in regards to sports, not given that upper hand. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's true. You find, like, if you compare with the able body, like how, like preparation for them, it's well catered for in a way that they're put in camp early. Compared to us, we go for camp a week to the tournament. You see that it's not very valid for us for good preparation, and you find the team is well catered, and maybe tracksuits and everything. Us sometimes we find ourselves not having even these facilities. Yeah.
So do you think we'll ever get to that state where we won't have to have this conversation ever?
Very soon. We are getting there. We are getting there. You see, now we have a Sports Act, which is binding the sports people and the sports people who are in sports, athletes, and also coaches, and also the ministry. So we are there. We will be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's get to understand who is Andrew.
Andrew Andrew is a coach, a basketball coach, also a family man, also an engineer, professional-wise. But I'm more in sports, which is where my heart is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you talk of engineering, you are an engineer.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I work with a company called Sintmod Group. We deal with pipeline engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, and also we drill by we process and also recycling of e-waste. So yeah, I mean engineering part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where exactly did the coaching come in?
Coaching actually is a lifetime desire. I've played for this country in different categories. I've played for the University League. I've played for the National League. So I've been desiring also to develop as I was developed by other coaches. And I got my first chance to get, first I started as a referee. And I was given a zonal referee, and also which is almost international referee. Now, after that, I've not been active because I got a knee injury, which was too bad, which made me stop playing, sometimes not officiating. So I thought, what else can I do? I can leave this field of basketball. So I decided to do a basketball coach. And when I joined the training for coaches, I've gone for FIBA coaching. I'm now in the wheelchair. I'm credited as Module 1 coach in wheelchair basketball, which I'm still going on. And I've been given also another responsibility as a development coach in part of Africa, which entails about 12 countries, which I'm in charge of them.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where my interest came from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in understanding, what does a development coach do?
A development coach is a coach that sees the growth of that game in a certain country, sees maybe, let's say, for example, a country which has never had such an opportunity to have a wheelchair basketball team. So mine is go there, look who is in that federation, try and encourage them and also give them some skills to come up with a team. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Being the coach of the national team, how many years?
This is my second year.
Okay.
Actually, I landed myself in wheelchair basketball without notice. I was told come be in charge of, because I was only training able basketball, high school and clubs. So I found myself, they needed a coach actually, and they asked myself, will I be able to be a good coach there? So my first, when I joined, I think in September last year, but one, and that's when we had a first tournament with this wheelchair basketball, and that was my first test if I would be able to be head coach for this team, and it went well. Thank God it went well. We won that tournament, both men and women, for the first time. We have in history. That's all the first tournament that the Kenyan wheelchair basketball has won.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did that win mean to you as the coach?
Yeah, it meant a lot for me. Actually, that's why I was given development coach in Africa by IWBF, International Wheelchair Basketball Association. Uh, imagine from a team which has never even been in finals, now. That's it was a plus for us as Kenya and also plus for me as a coach.
Okay.
So that's why they took me in as a development coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the day we were shooting the Mtaani, you talked about the both genders training together just to be able to establish each other and
Yeah.
grow in the space.
Yeah.
So maybe tell us about that. Is it something that is recommended, or?
Yeah, okay. A part of what we do is, we don't have teams to train with. And how do you see where you are at? So you compete with what you have. So I let the ladies compete with the men.
Okay.
So which is an advantage to the ladies, because now they are competing with the bigger and strength and powerful and muscular people. So what if they meet their own equals? What will happen? They will pay much better than what they are. Which
Okay.
even the men, sometimes you'll hear them talking. Today was hard.
Yeah.
Game was too hard for these guys. Yeah. So it's a part of strengthening the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say are some of the opportunities that have come about being the coach of the national wheelchair basketball team?
So many opportunities. Like one, being elevated to a development coach, uh, holding 12 countries in charge. That is a plus for me. Actually, I wouldn't think I'll ever that too fast to be raised into that position. As now, when I'm there now, I'm seeing the fruits of being where I am now. Yeah.
What are the challenges?
The challenges are so many. You can imagine going to a country or a place where they have never known how to go about wheelchair basketball, training somebody to start from scratch, how to wheel. It's like bringing up a baby and teaching them how to feed themselves, going to the loo and walking. So it's those are the kind of challenges. And then you find some of these countries don't have these wheelchairs. How do you train them to use a wheelchair which they don't have? Yeah, so are those challenges. Some of these okay. Another challenge is also how getting people to play, people with disability to come and play basketball, because now you find like myself, for this team, I had to go and face parents for these kids and ask them, do you know what your kid is doing? We don't know. We are worried where he goes. Now when you explain uh, where he's going and what he's doing, you find a different reception from all this, and then you have support from them. So those are the kind of challenges that I'm having.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think we can solve that second challenge as a country? Just getting people with disability being able to establish that they can also do better in that space.
One of the solution is this: the
Okay.
interview you're having.
Yeah.
It's public now. There's a wheelchair basketball. How many people will be willing to join? You'll find so many people interested. Oh, so there is wheelchair basketball. Sensitization, yeah, which we didn't have before. We like we had we used to go to schools where they have people with disability, and we get players from there. What what if these schools were not there? There are people at home who are just, we cannot let them go out, but we find them now. They are coming to the gym, and you find I need my kid to be also joining in this team. So you give him a chair, and that's the beginning. Yeah, we have found people coming without even going to look for them. Yeah.
Tell us about your toughest game.
Oh, my toughest game. So far, the toughest game I had is the men's finals with Uganda. That was a very challenging. For the first time, this my team was the first time to be in an international game. Ugandan team even had better, better wheelchairs than I did, and they had muscular and big people than I did. So you can imagine having like 5 people who are bigger than my people. That was a challenge for me, actually. Even and that, remember, it was the beginning on how to teach this game, my team, how to play this game. So that was my challenge. I can see it even up to now, the win and also the game, the how it went.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the most challenging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucky enough, I saw that game, and the coach for the Uganda team
Yeah.
was also talking about how tough that game was.
Yeah.
And you guys did an amazing job. So as a coach,
Yeah.
what does it take to train your team for local and international games?
Wow, a lot. You can imagine these are not guys who are working. Yeah, and they are from homes maybe where they are not able to facilitate them. Sometimes it takes me to go and look for them where they are. Sometimes you find some of them have nothing to like food. We have to look for something for them. Sometimes you find these guys don't have bus fare for tomorrow. You have to look for bus fare for them to make them able to come to the basketball pitch. Sometimes you find some of them, like now, maybe a rainy day, you'll find challenges them for them coming to the court. So what do? You have to get them where they are. Yeah, facilitate them to be in the court.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking of facilitation, how do they move about storing a transportation and all that?
Wow, you can imagine in a public matatu with a wheelchair. These guys have to pay for the wheelchair to be in a seat. These guys have to, some of them have to come from town, Nairobi town, up to Nyao Stadium, wheeling. Some of them have to come from home, wheeling up to Nyao Stadium. By the time they get there, they are worn out. They are worn out. So now, those are the kind of challenges they are facing. Yeah.
Have we done enough as a country to make the environment barrier free for persons with disability?
Out of 100, we are at around 40%. Because we find even our stadiums, like you saw, they are not friendly for wheelchairs. Yeah. Tell me, if they were supposed to sit down, where would they sit? Yeah. Will they sit on this on the side of the court with their wheelchairs, which is dangerous for them also? When they're coming to the gym, the transport system, they have to crawl up the cars, the buses, fold their wheelchairs, put them in the chair. They have to pay for an extra fee. If I'm paying 50 bob for my seat, the wheelchair takes 2 seats. I have to pay 100 bob. That's 150 shilling. Per day, you find a player using almost 300 or 400 shilling. Then you're training 2 days a week. See, that's almost 1,000 plus bob per week for one person. Yeah.
Is there something that can be done about that?
Actually, there is. There is. In other countries, you find these people are well catered for. They are very well catered for. There's transport system for them. There is accessibility on every path. Like now, look, we look at actual thing from town to Nyayo Stadium.
Mhm.
We have paths for these people to pass. No, they go through where the cars are going through.
Yeah.
They get hooted too. Some of them, I have one player who has never recovered from last year. He was bashed by a matatu, and the matatu went away. He broke his shoulders and everything. So those are the challenges they're having. We don't have facilities for these guys. We get a lot to a lot of troubles with this guy, getting them to Nyayo, getting to the gym. Imagine if they're coming up to Kasarani. Can you imagine how it's hectic for them to get to Kasarani?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a national team, is this something that the government is aware of?
Yeah, the government is aware of, but
Mhm.
you find it's not a smooth way for these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to fight like any other person. Yeah, you find they have to move to these offices. Look, from where they are at the town center, going to Upper Hill, where our offices are, going to 29th floor. You see, they have to go like any other person who is able. So it's a struggle for them to be in the national team. Yeah.
Allow me to ask you this, coach. Being a national team, the team represents the country. So why do you think we still have these struggles when the team is supposed to be given priority, if I may say, because they are representing the country? Why do you think the government is reluctant on making some of these things possible?
I can't really say what is the problem is. I think there's no much sensitization for these people.
Okay.
You find they are going out of the country. When they come back, there's nobody to receive them.
Yeah.
You see, you find they come back, sometimes they don't have their allowances. They have to struggle to get their allowances. You have seen even in videos and everything, they have slept in the streets, they have slept in embassies, they have been in, leave alone even basketball, even football and volleyball. They have been in the ministry corridors. Why should this happen to them?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's somebody who's maybe reluctant to see them go. Like you find teams, other team, athletics teams or able people, when they come back, the reception is so much different.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't know, it's not, they have been somehow set aside or something, but they are still able to do it, like able people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are some of the things we're talking about, guys. Let's be wise. The next time you're going to cast your vote, don't just think about yourself. And of course, we are having the conversation on inclusivity for persons with disability. They are part of the community, and we need to show them love. We need to make them feel they are also part of us. And of course, we can change some of these things. Let's elect people who just don't think beyond them, who just don't think about them, but think beyond them and the other people concerned. Yeah. So the national team is ranked fourth in Africa.
Yes.
Which game placed the team fourth in Africa?
Sorry?
Which game did you play that placed you fourth in Africa?
We are ranked for actually tournament that we had here,
Yeah.
the Zone 5 tournament. That's what we were ranked number 4. And that was our first tournament, you can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm assuring you, and I'm assuring everybody who's watching here, watch this space. These
Yeah.
guys will be on the top.
Amen.
Amen.
What lessons would you say came with that win?
So many lessons we learned from that tournament. One, these guys have seen they can do it. they can do it like any other person. They can do it with like any other team. The spirit is so high in the team now that we can be able to do it. Yeah.
Talking about basketball,
Mhm.
what is traveling violation in basketball?
Traveling violation.
Yes.
Traveling violation is whereby um, you you catch the ball
Mhm.
and you like walk like you're walking in a street.
Okay.
That's a traveling violation.
Mhm.
Yeah. For wheelchair basketball, it's different. So for wheelchair basketball, is holding the ball and turning the wheels more than 2 times. Yeah.
Okay. Allow me to go to the comments before we
All
continue with
all
the
right.
conversation.
Okay.
Um, Remember, guys, we get to interact with us on YouTube every Saturday from 2 p.m. at E_Square TV. You can catch us on our handles on Instagram at E_Squared KE, on Facebook at Islands Expressions, and of course on Twitter at E_Squared KE. We bring you the best of the best each and every Saturday, so you got to stay and keep tuned for the show. Steve Biko anasema you're from a fully able team to wheelchair team. Did you have to go back to be trained to manage? He's saying
Yeah.
you are from a fully able team
Yeah.
to wheelchair team.
Yeah.
Like, did you have to go back to be trained to manage?
Yes, actually, you have to go because this is a different sport. You have to go and you have to learn. These guys have different disabilities. You have to learn about their disability. There are people who have disability from the waist up, and the others who have a disability from the waist down. So there are others who have a spinal disability. So those people, you will not treat them the same as same as everybody.
Mm.
And then now this other thing, wheelchair basketball, you play with points. They are graded in points. So there is a maximum number of points you are supposed to play in the court.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Sharon is saying,
Mhm.
how can people know when you have a game? Juu mimi sijawahi jua kuna wheelchair basketball ya
You
Kenya.
see, now that's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
There's no much centralization of this game.
Yeah.
You see, that's a good question, Sharon.
Mm.
We have a YouTube or a Facebook page which is coming up. Well, so we'll be posting then, and also we always train on Ninyayo on Mondays and Wednesdays. So you can just pop in and have a scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, of
Yeah.
course, you have a tournament coming up, the
Yep.
Commonwealth tournament. Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, we will be traveling on 6th or 7th of October to South Africa, Joburg, for a qualification tournament for the Commonwealth, which will be held from 7th up to around the 10th of October.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd also love to know, like, as a country, where will you place us in terms of supporting sports for persons with disability?
Okay, you can see, okay, I can even go back in the just concluded Tokyo Olympics.
Mhm.
How did our team perform? People with disability. We did really poorly.
Yeah.
Why? Those are the questions you should be asking us as who are preparations, who are facilities. We don't have facilities for these guys. Look at the equipment they are using, old school equipment. Look at the countries they are going to compete. We how many teams did you enter? Why did we enter less teams? Is it financial strain? Is it we don't have players? Those are the questions we'll be asking ourselves. Look at the other countries who participated there. You find a team having over 300 players or athletes. The, you know, the other countries have been blessed these people with disability as like able people, and they are really sponsoring them to be out there. Some of these guys depend on these sports as a livelihood, and then when we kill them, they are nowhere to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So, which team would you want your team to play with? Is there a team that you've always wanted to play with?
Yes, the US team,
Okay.
the Spain team, the Italy team, the German team, Japan team. Those are the teams I would like my teams to play, and many others. Yeah, because those teams are very advanced, and soon they will be there.
What efforts have been put to make that a reality?
Actually, as per now, we are in contact. Like now, we are in contact with a team in Spain, who is which is the best team in Spain. It's a club, so and they are the training that we are having, because now we have conversation every day, every after practice. So we having conversation, which I think they are going to a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you.
You're gonna kill it at the Commonwealth game, of course. We wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Squared is right behind you. We will try as much as possible to create awareness on this conversation.
Yeah.
And it is an honor to have you on the space again. And continue being you, continue being a blessing to that team, and of course, being the best coach we have so far in the country. So
the best never rest.
There you have it, guys. This is E Squared. Of course, we come to you live each and every Saturday from 2 p.m. We had that conversation with the coach for the national wheelchair basketball team. Of course, you can watch it again and the Mtaani, of course, on our YouTube at E_Square TV. Once the live has ended, you get to access that video and just get to understand how we can promote some of these things, how we can promote inclusivity for persons with disability, and of course, sports for persons with disability. So we are about to take a break. We are celebrating a hero. Yes, he is someone, I'd say an activist for persons with disabilities. He has done so much in that space. And check this out, our hero of the week.
So, yo, Slow G, the real beast. Slow in Kadabra, yo, Dogo G. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta. Yo, ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on kila saa zinalia. Guns on everywhere, kila saa zinalia. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on kila saa zinalia. Guns on everywhere, kila saa zinalia. Vijana tunatishiwa, totolewa kwa manyumba, topelekwa kuuliwa. We are living in a fear, twaishi kwa kuhofia. Kwa nini tunauliwa wengine bila hatia? Hili swali lijibiwe, wameka waka arrange ghetto kutu separate. Tuna isi sina tension, tunogopa kushikesho wala niwe siku ya mwisho. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, ganza on zimekuwa ringtone. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on kila saa zinalia. Ganza on everywhere, kila saa zinalia. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on kila saa zinalia. Gun sound everywhere, kila saa zinalia. Vijana tunatishiwa, totolewa kwa manyumba, twapelekwa kuuliwa. We are living in a fear, twaishi kwa kuhofia. Kwa nini tunauliwa wengine bila hati? Hili swali lijibiwe, wameka waka arrange ghetto kutu separate. Tuna isi sina tension, tunogopa kuishi kesho wala niwe siku ya mwisho. Ghetto kumegeuka gun town zimekuwa ringtone. Nasimama mikusema sinyamazi, kankiona siogopi mila wa makomana. Inani uma ni nani atatetea generation napote? Ni wapi twaeleke? Kwa nini tunapote bila ya kufikiria? Kizazi kinapotea, tutafute idea vile tutajisaidia hii maisha kuendelea. Kwenye janga kujitoa, tutafute suluhisho. Hii story fike mwisho, tufanye marekebisho kuanzia mwanzo mpaka mwisho. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on gansa on zimekuwa ringtone. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on gansa on zimekuwa ringtone. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on kila saa zinalia. Gun sound everywhere, kila saa zinalia. Ghetto kumegeuka ganta, on kila saa zinalia. Gun sound everywhere, kila saa zinalia. Nasimama mikusema sinyamazi, kankiona siogopi mila wa makoman. Inani uma ni nani atatemea makusimama. Hey. Yo G Deadly Aire Boy slogan all. Hey yo G, niko na Kadabra ndani ya nyumba, niko na Dogo G ndani ya nyumba. Wow,
Karibu sana Square Slogan.
asante sana, nashukuru.
So okay. So before we get into the conversation, tell us who Slogan is.
Okay. Slogan ni msanii, Kenyan artist. Slogan ni boy yuko focused kwanza na music, passionate, yep. Na I love what I do.
Okay. What does slogan mean? Is it what I think?
Yo, slogan yangu ina mean, it's just a slogan. Hii jina ilikuja kwa sababu ya vijana vile walikuwa na madwa.
Okay.
I was very young, nilikuwa sipendi vile vijana wanafanywa kwa mtaa yangu. So nilikuwa na try kuambia masanse slow your guns, nikaona nijiite slogan, ikakuja ikashika. But the more I grow napatana na ideas mob. Slogan is the real beast.
Okay. Being the real beast amegrowia wapi?
Okay. Real beast amegrowia Pumwani Majengo. Calif. Na ametoka far na music. Nyeri, Nairobi. Tumekuwa Dar es Salaam kidogo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about your trip here Dar es Salaam.
Okay. Actually, Dar es Salaam sio trip. Uko ni home. Mimi ni mix ya Mkikuyu na Muhaya.
Okay.
Yo, so nimetoka home. Uko ni kwetu. Yep.
So uligeta aje Kenya?
Okay. Kenya, mimi nimeborn Kenya. Born in Kenya.
Okay.
Na niko proud sana kuwa Mkenya. Mimi wazazi wangu ndo mamangu ndo Tanzania. So mimi nilizaliwa huku but nilikuwa natembea kwa kina madhangu.
Okay.
Hata niko na some songs ukizisikiza fiti iko na hiyo accent ya nyumbani. Ndio maana nimetoka tu huko, yani ndio maana mpaka sasa niko hapa kimuziki. Namshukuru Mungu kwanza sana. Nimekuwa na support ya mandugu zangu kama kina Ibrahim. Nimekuwa na kijana wangu dogo. Imenisukuma sana.
Okay.
Nashukuru sana.
Okay. So Slogan amesema aligrowia Majengo na venye umesema Masanse walikuwa na kill wase, so that's where the name
Yep.
That's where the name came from.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell us about growing up in Majengo.
Okay. Kugrowia Majengo naweza sema I'm very lucky kwanza mimi kuzaliwa hapo. Imenifundisha a lot of things na kuwa hardcore.
Okay.
At least najua ini walking style. Okay. They say that disability is not inability. That's right?
Yeah.
Yep. Lakini believe me you, mimi na believe me sina disability. This is my walking style. Yep. Kama vile ini walking style yangu. Ukitaka uta-bounce, ukitaka utatembea vile unataka. Si ni real?
Yeah.
Mimi nikitaka kesho na kesho kutwa nitaenda India na nitembee kama wewe.
Yeah.
But I'm proud to be vile niko. Yeah. Siwezi jikataa.
Okay.
Najikubali.
Okay.
That's Slogan.
Okay. So as Slogan being in Majengo, I'd love to take you back a little just to get to understand how your life was. How were you able to do some of these things? Like we have had the head coach ameongelea story na transportation as a challenge. Is that also a problem to you?
That's true.
Okay, so how do you manage?
Okay, kwanza I believe in God. Na trust. Ukifanya kitu fiti, hapo nje kuna wengine wanaiona. Si ndio? People are there willingly to support. Ile kitu mimi naweza sema ni kujituma tu na kuwa passionate na God first. Pillars za music zile mimi najua ni 5. Sawa. Na ukizi hold fiti kwa mwanamuziki yoyote kuna mahali anaelekea. Pillar ya kwanza kwa music ni God first, hard working, determination, then prayers. Hiyo tu.
Okay.
Do inakuja kama the last option. Kwanza determination, hard working, prayers, determination, hard working, alafu do. Hivyo tu. That's all. Na kuwa discipline kwa watu. I think Slogan by look naweza kuwa na kamjuri, but inside me mimi ni humble sana.
Okay.
I really najua kunyenyekea. Yep.
Okay.
Na that's life imenifunza.
Okay.
Hata ukisikia nimetoka Majengo Pumwani, sipendi kuficha ati nimetoka Pumwani. That's a hide. Mimi nimetoka Majengo. Born and raised in Majengo. Na tunajiita wapole. Kwa nini tunajiita wapole? Ndio tu transform hii ghetto ikuwe ghetto fiti. Nikisema natoka Majengo usifikirie natoka kwa waizi. Unacheki? Ukisikia Slogan ametoka Majengo una reflect wapole. Unacheki? That's Slogan.
Okay. Your strategy yako wenye you've mentioned that is keeping you going as an artist in the music industry. Do you think that it's something that is emulated by artists in the space?
Mimi naweza sema tu ni bidii tu.
Okay.
Bidii tu. Na I really believe that ukifanya kitu fiti hata God ataibless tu ifike. Na music it depends na vile unaipanga strategically yako. I think sasa kuna wasanii tofauti sana kuna gengeton, but jiulize swali sawa, gengeton ni music, plain Kenyan music, but is it entertained? Music entertain ni ile ukisikiza wewe na mtoto wako hautamwambia azime radio kwa sababu ya rudeness. Utamwambia mom or dad, ndio ile ngoma yako, hebu kama tusikize. Music ni ile mko kwa sherehe na wazazi wako, muta chant. That's music. That's all I know.
So in other words unasema gengeton ikiplay like si ile ya kuongeza sauti. What are you trying to bring out?
Kuambia sisemi gengeton si mziki.
Okay.
But si mziki fiti kwetu sisi. Aje. Wacha nikupatie mfano. Napenda kupeana hii mfano sana. Wakinoment sahi ni msanii gani wa gengeton anaweza nominate BT?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Okay, tufanye hivi. Tanzania watoe wasanii wao wawili, Kenya watoe wao wawili, na tusiangalie mainstream, tuangalie hapa low. Si ndio? Kwa hapa gengeton, alafu pia Tanzania waangalie kwao. Do you think that tutaenda to compete na UG Tanzania na another countries?
I think we can. It depends the dynamics, but I think we can. It depends on how you actually view it. Yeah. But I think we can.
To be honestly, kwa mkweli, music ni utunzi.
Okay.
Na ni utunzi bora. Si bora utunzi. Unapata? Yep. Si kwamba hatuwezi tukaimba gengeton. We can sing. Na ilete. But umeipangaje gengeton? Wabongo huimba matusi. Real. But imefichika hata wewe ukiimba unadhani ni kitu sweet. But sisi we go direct. Kiamweni mapaja ni mapaja. No, jaribu kuwa creative kwa music. That's all.
Let me ask you something, Slogan. You're comparing gengeton to bongo music.
Not bongo, najaribu kucompare gengeton na all over world music.
Okay. You have given an example of Tanzania. Tanzania wana feature. They try to hide it. It's more of, let's say they're trying to be creative in that space. But with gengeton, inawachiliwa hivyo venye iko. So as an artist,
yep.
What do you think artists in the gengeton scene can borrow from our brothers, yani to make that your sound? It's not okay.
No nini? Music ni maturity. Na ukiandika music, jua unapelekea nani? Jua hii music yako unataka ifike wapi? Slogan akikaa chini kuandika music, haandiki tu. Kwanza mimi huangalia naandika music ya age gani. Alafu hii age nataka niwaambie nini. Alafu nikishawaambia watarespond aje. Sasa nikishajua kitu ya vile nataka kufanya, nishajiprepare mind. Then nitakaa chini, niamue kutunga.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Slogan amekuwa kwa space for how long? The music space.
Thank God, imekuwa a long journey.
Okay.
Believe me, hiyo nimeanza 2003 hadi saa hii.
Okay.
Ni wengi ukamna wana give up sababu wanadhaniaga music ni just step ufike pale. No. Role model wangu wengi kwa music ni watu wamesota kwanza kabla afike hapo juu. Inanipatia motisha sana kwa sababu najuaga easy come, easy go. Sitaki kama rahisi. Wacha ikam hard way ndio nikiipata nijue kuitumia nicely nishare na wenzangu. Okay. That's me.
Okay. What are some of the challenges that you have seen or undergone in that space from 2003?
Challenge ziko, but we thank God tuna grow matured. Kila challenge unapitia zinafanya unakuwa hard. Kwanza mimi naweza sema challenge ya kwanza ni studio nice. Relationship na producers cheki. The other thing ni ati they don't believe that sisi wana tuko underground we can make it. Alafu the other thing ni ati nimekuwa kwa hii game, nimejaribu kufanya marketing, so najua loopholes. Au wako hapo mainstream, they buy music, they buy studio time, wanatumia ngoma ichezwe ni peleka ngoma pale ni kwa sababu wako na jina. Niaje? Hebu peleka hii ngoma radio station fulani, then ameinua simu ametumia presenter kitu kama 1000 yako 10 5, utakosa kuicheza. Na Slogan ako na ngoma kali alafu ana hiyo 10,000 atachezwa. Tunacheki.
Yeah.
Ni kitu ina happen, ni kitu nimeona, ni kitu najua vile kuna chezwa. Unacheki. Ile kitu mimi naweza sema challenge za muziki ni sisi wenyewe tunajiwekea, kwa sababu hakuna huku Kenya sidhani kama kuna Ministry of Music. Hakuna. Ingekuwa ipo, believe me you, kuna wasanii hapo juu hawajui kuimba. Tumewaandikia wengi, naweza nikataja ngoma kama 10 nimeandika mimi mwenyewe na ziko juu.
Tuambie.
Okay. Nafanya vibaya nikisema, but nitakwambia moja. Those days kitambo mimi ndo niliandika Morale.
Morale. Oh, okay.
Wow. Sikwambii nyingine, sawa? Kwa sababu sitaki kujiweka kwa hiyo show.
Okay. Tuongelele hiyo Morale yenye umetaja. Ni nini ili trigger those thoughts, the ideas behind that song?
I was very young. Tulikuwa kijani. Nilikuwa tunaona game ya Chelsea na Tottenham. Then nilikuwa natoka bafu tu, nikasikia niko na hiyo feeling yani na Morale. Na nikaanza then feeling ikakaa nikiwa chuo, break time, nikajipata naandika. Na ikakaa nikiperform, nilikuwa na perform. Those days nilikuwa na perform kwa mtoto wa Afrika shule. African Child. By the time nikuje ku notice naandika ngoma itaenda, nikakutana na msanii mwenye ngoma sasa. Tukaongea, tukafanya, nikarekodi ngoma, nipa pesa kiasi, nikampa ngoma. Kwa sababu nilikuwa mdogo sikuwa na hiyo akili. Pia yakafurahia na akaenda akijua kijana ako na talent, come back tena tukafanya ngoma nyingine. Nimefanya ngoma inaitwa Mwarabu. Imenipeleka faa, nashukuru.
Okay. So as per now, where will you place yourself as a Kenyan artist in the music industry?
Okay, mimi sijifananishagi na mtu yoyote. Mimi nitajiweka tu kwa place yangu kama slogan up. Kwa sababu nikisema nataka kuwa mahali fulani, we plan then God ana plan best. Acha God do the rest.
Okay.
Mimi nitafanya kazi yangu, then nimwachie Mungu anipange mahali yeye anataka kunipanga.
Okay.
Ni kweli.
Okay. So slogan, when you got into the space in 2003, what was your ultimate goal na as per now 22?
Wow. Nashukuru Mungu sana kwa sababu wale wamefanya nipende music since that day mpaka saa hii. Mimi ubonga na wao. Nacheki wanani inspire. Ndio nimetravel out of the country na music. I thank God for that. Nimeenda several countries, like 3. Hiyo time I was very young. Sikuwa najua music inafaa inifanyie nini. Nacheki. But saa hii I really believe najua nataka nini kwa music, najua music itanifanyia nini na naelekea wapi. Na big up sana sistangu by the name of Rukia, na big up sana bradhangu nimekuja naye. Wamekuwa Ibrahim, wamekuwa nguzo muhimu kwa slow. Sababu I think bila wao kina dogo singeweza kumake. Big up sana kwa Rukia, big up sana kwa familia yangu kwanza.
Okay. The issue on police brutality, it's something that you also talked about when we started the show. We have seen and lost a number of youth to police brutality. So when the name slogan was induced as a result of that, is it because it's something that you had also found yourself in? Have you ever been on the other side of the law?
I thank God. Nimetoka wapi?
Majengo.
Mimi ni nani?
Slogan.
Mimi ni youth. Si ni kweli?
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo napitia kama youth wengine. Si ni kweli?
Yeah.
Si upitia a lot. Si ujionea wakimadwa. Si ujionea. Probox ikikuja kushika boy. Na vile mimi najua Probox si gari ya sanse, si gari ya mapolisi, ni gari ya kubeba mzigo kama gari ya mtu. But amini usiamini, bora tu ni kijana, bora we ni youth na uko Islando, unapitia. It doesn't matter unakaa kwa nyumba ya mawe, ya gorofa, ya matope, ya karatasi, we ni youth. Na nikwambie mayouth hawapendwi sana na mapolisi. Reason ni ati wao tutumia sisi kujiua sisi. Mfano Mimi na huyu jamaa tumegrow pamoja, si ndio? Ameenda amekuwa AP. Ataletwa kwa mtaa yetu. Hataletwa kwa mtaa yetu, atapelekwa kwa mtaa nyingine. Si ndio? Kwa hivyo atakuwa na beef na wale wa ile mtaa. Na ule mtaa ataletwa wapi? Kwa hii mtaa yetu. Ni exchanging tuone sisi, tuchukiane sisi kwa sisi.
Why do you think that happens though?
Okay. Ni system tu. It's just a system vile wameamua tu kutupanga. Ile kitu mimi naweza ambia youth ama wenzangu ni ati tukue focused na tuachane na deals fishy kwa sababu hazilipi.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry if I'm pressing too much, but you have still not answered my question. Have you ever found yourself on the other side of the law?
Yep, I have been into jail.
Do you mind talking about it?
Oh, why?
It might be an eye-opener to another youth watching.
No.
Okay, if you're not comfortable talking about it, it's
Okay.
fine.
It was 2014. Yani hata nashindwa nitakwambia nini kwa sababu sielewi nilienda jela kwa nini. Nilijipata tu. Unaitwa nani? Ali. Kuja hapa. Tumekutafuta sana. Reason? Naitwa Ali. How many is Ali's wako huko nje? Kwa hivyo tungeshikwa sote. Ile kitu ili happen ni ati ni mistaken identity, na kabla wakuje kurealize nishafika wapi? In Australia. By the time wakuje kurealize ni ukweli sio mimi, nishakawania. Nacheki? But Slogan amepitia a lot. Amepitia mengi mpaka akisema anaweza shed tears. Yep.
Okay. Being someone who has gone through a lot, like you've said, and being in the music space, trying to solve a problem, what will you say your greatest desire as an artist is?
Okay, desire yangu ni kuona wagetu wanaendelea. Kuna mayouth wako na kitu wanajitegemea. I think na pia madem wako wanajitegemea. Kwa sababu tukingoja gava hitufanyie haiwezi ikatufanyia. Use what you have to get what you want. Napata, mimi niko na talent. I think nikitoka na hii talent yangu hapa vizuri, bora iko fiti, niandike kitu kali, nitakula. Nitakula tu. Slogan alianza kuimbia watu before kurekodi na mdomo. Kwenda msanii gani hujarekodi hata ngoma moja? Kwenda msanii gani hatujai kuona kwa TV? Nacheki, hizo ni challenges. But ile siku ngoma ya kwanza ilitoka hivi, wakaanza kusema haya, na alikuwa na talent. Wakaacha kumuita Slogan kama msanii, ikakuwa ni msanii ako na talent. Haya, kumbe anaweza, mpaka wakani crown sasa. Nimekuwa 2015 I was number 1 in Nairobi rap battle. 2016 pia, thank God.
Okay. Which rap battle?
Me battle Choices.
Okay.
Na mwenye nilimshinda ama tulishindana ama tulibattle nikatoboa ni Virus. Nimebattle na Virus, nimebattle na Abbas. Na Zizi amekuja mtaa pia, tukang'ang'ana tukawin. Ni grace ya God, si ati ni Slogan ni mkali. Naweza kuwa mimi si mkali, but niko na confidence ya kudu kitu na do na kudeliver vile inafaa. Unaweza kuwa na kitu poa kabisa lakini haujui kudeliver. Unaweza kuwa na kitu ya udu kabisa but unaideliver na passion na confidence. That's all.
You do it to your best.
That's me. I think hata sile nimejaribu kuimba nimekaa chini nimekataa kwa sababu I was faking. Huyo si Slogan. Slogan ni amechangamka tu.
Okay, as we wind up Slogan, artists you'd love to have a collaboration with locally and internationally?
Okay. Mimi nasemaje? Hapa Kenya niko na role model wangu Okay, si lazima nifanye na yeye music ndio nionekane. Lakini I really love that guy. Since mimi ni mdogo. Nyashiski. Since mimi ni mdogo. I think huyo ndo msanii hapa Kenya ni very matured ni matured. Akikaa chini kufanya kitu yake anaifanya kibuda kifadhe. Internationally Eminem.
Okay.
Huyo ndio naweza taka nifanye naye kazi.
Amen to that. Eminem, we need you to do something with our boy on this other end. On the comment section, Steve Biko anasema huyu msanii ni mtrue. Kuna ngoma za Kenya zikicheza kwa matatu na mzazi amekaa kando yako, unaanza tu kujishuku.
That's true.
Yeah. Beatrice Patricia is also saying he's so humble. Keep going, Slogan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you a lot.
Okay. We also have comments from Felix Musumba. Felix Musumba anasema he's locked in from Chicago. Oh, Felix, thank you so much for joining us for E Squared. Remember, you get to watch us every Saturday from 2 p.m. on E_Square TV. That's our YouTube handle. And he's also saying, it is very inspiring listening to the basketball team. I am now more motivated to have more impact to people able differently. He also has another comment. This is to you. He's asking, what inspired your choice of music? And his attire reminds me of a certain roots reggae artist called Gregory Isaac.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Ile kitu inani-inspire sana ni kuona mayouth wakimake, kwa sababu mayouth wanaumia outside there. In real sense, niko na passion sana nifikishe music yangu abroad. Ndo niinue wale wako hapo chini. That's all.
What's going through your mind right now? Okay, it's okay. Remember, guys, you also get to interact with us on our social media handles. We are on Facebook at Eastlands Expressions, on Twitter at E_squared K. You're, of course, in Instagram at E_squared K, and on YouTube to call at E_squared TV. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, we'll let you know what's up.
Unaweza cheki na shed tears udhani nalia kwa sababu najihurumia. No. Ni nyinyi ndio nawalilia wakati nawafikiria, zile nawaimbia nikiwapatia ideas. Inao ni short. Immediately after kuproduce hips ndo alianza kumtupia lugha juu popcorn na chips ndo zilifanya akapata mimba. Kabla hajashikanisha walikuwa washamtinga, walikuwa wanamuita msupa kwa sababu walikuwa nakula chakula ya madha, alikuwa ametoa haga. Pia pressure ikacheza blanda, good girl gone bad, pretender anaenda church kuomba bazi funguliwe. Akona na kumata mempanua inunuliwe, kula reggae, kula dance, kila club alichant zake ni wine glass na mabomu piga pass. Alimuavoid madhake na budake akamkas. Siangedozi budake angepata hiyo chance. Not only for the ladies. Oh, and I'm sorry to say this. Inao ni fact. Hata kama still ina ni heart, ghetto tunacheza flat, ati kuna youth amemadwa juu ni real alisnatch. Na ile mentality ya kusearch. I think angepewa chance, angeturn to be smart, hata huyo boy, hata huyo beast aliblast, huyo boy si alireact very fast. Oh. Then, waka choose my dress, my choice ndio. Watembea naked, tumbo cut na mgongo wazi, hipster na bikini ndo wagani mavazi, tembea mjini, wezi jua nani mtoto, nani mzazi. By the way, si ukairada juu kila mtu huko ni jambazi, hadi mademo wako kwenye ile harakati ya kutafuta maganji. I trust no one, hata ile ya dukani handball ni kulea baruti, etiana ball, na si kupiga penalty. Nakumbuka vizuri sana ile mechi niliicheza na Soxy, na ile the last shot haikupiga neti. Blunder round 1, blunder round 2, blunder round B, blunder. Maboy na wao wanadundaga na bling bling na si za shingo. Usitake kuona masmata venye wao wanadungwa kwa sinovya, ukikutwa si utatumwa. So bad man anaga huruma na mbleina, hadi pinji kwa mathria na kuaga na nyoi, na hiyo suti na kuaga ya kukuenjoy. Potea rado pigwe fingers, ukishika rada ni saile anashuka dinga, susonge hapo mbele koinange. Uone venye kisusu inauzwa kama lenge, si ati matusi but lazima ukweli tubonge. Ni edge ya madhangu na nadunda na mini, anadai njaro zangu ati ya kamkejani. Blunder round 1, blunder round 2, blunder round 3, blunder daddy. Hiyo ndio kitu iko kwa mind yangu sahi.
That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
truth, plain black and white.
Thank you. Appreciated.
As I let you perform the next song, Slogan.
Wow.
Yeah. So as an artist with disability, do you feel like there's that much of support in the space?
Wow. Wewe unaiona hiyo disability? Unaiona kabisa? Believe me, mimi sioni. Nimekuambia tena, this is my walking style. This is my walking style. Nikitaka nitabounce kama vile ule, kama vile huyo, kama vile wewe. You understand? Mimi sioni disability. Support inafaa kukua tu bila kuangalia hii. If you are willingly to help somebody, msaidie bila kuangalia nyuma yake. You understand? Ukinisaidia kwa sababu unaona ulemavu, nitaifeel. Nitaona na deserve kusaidiwa sana, basi nitazunguka na vikombe nikiomba. You understand? Lakini nikiwa na ile courage ya mimi si mlemavu, I'll work. Alafu kitu kingine, Kenya ukiwa na haya maumbile yetu, kupata kazi ni ngumu sana. Hata wewe umesoma mpaka ukasoma kabisa. Yaani wewe soma mpaka masomo ya kubebe kama gorofa, lakini ukiwa na ulemavu huwezi ukapata rahisi. That's the truth.
Oh, that's the sad truth. Thank you so much for coming to the show. So I'll let you perform the next song, and then we will talk about where to find your music and find you as a person as well on social media handles.
Yo, mimi ukitaka kunipata, Wapole Production, utajaza production, YouTube channels, Facebook, Wapole, ama utajaza. Hizo ni channels zetu zote mbili na zina work. We thank God for that.
Okay. So I'll let you perform the next piece and then I'll come back.
Wow. Yeah, Deadly Ire Boy Slogan. Yo. Hii ni ile ya wale wote wanalewa kijinga jinga Sikia. Aha. Okay. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Vituko unafanya, unanichanganya. Umelewa sana hadi unatuparada. Cheki sasa blanda unadu. Mbele ya watoto unatoa dudu. Ui, nini unadu? Sare tafash, kuwa mpole na wache kusanuka. Kwanza cheki venye unatafala ni venye unalia. Lafu mzeya umejikojolea. Jo ukajua unanikazia. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Form ni gani? Tuelewani. Unakata maji kijinga jinga na familia yako haijamanga. Wacha ukalulu kwenye matanga, kweni umembulu. Wacha visanga twende hivi, wacha ulevi. Mali unakaa utakalia mavi venye inakaa. Umelewa changa na tena kanibia ujajinunulia. Na kaa umenunua wacha kutusumbu. Unavuruga base kila butu amekata. Venye uko gate unachoma picha. Unavuruga base kila mtu amekata. Venye uko maji unachoma picha. Siko maji beste yangu. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Cheki sasa landa unadu. Mbele ya watoto unatoa dudu. Ui, nini unadu? Sare tafash, kuwa mpole na wache kusanuka. We, enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Enda udozi cheki venye umelewa. Enda udozi unajimezeshea. Yo, Slogan the real beast. Niko na Kadabra na Dogo G ndani ya nyumba. We thank you all. Yo, enda udozi. Enda udozi. Juko unafanya, unanichanganya. Umelewa sana hadi unatuparada. Cheki sasa, blanda unadu. Mbele ya watoto unatoa dudu. Ui, nini unadu? Yo! Ire boy slogan, cool and deadly Ire boy slogan. Good.
Asante sana slogan.
Wow.
Show.
Asante.
Of course, we wish you the very best in everything that you do. Keep aiming higher. And as you have said, disability is not inability. You work in style to the different.
Yo.
Yeah.
Mtu yote anaona slogan saa hii asizanie slogan ati ni mlemavu. Yo, slogan yuko fiti man kwa sababu anashukuru hii maumbile ameumbwa nayo kwa Mungu. Hii maumbile ni kama mtu yoyote ule. Jogoo inarukaga, mbuzi mimi natembea vile nataka kwa sababu vile napenda kwa sababu ameniumba vile anapenda.
Yeah. That's what's up, guys. Thank you so much. That was Slogan performing for the very first time on Island's Expressions. Remember, you get to interact with him. I may mention social media handles zake. Support, you needed support. And of course, as we said from the first time we started this conversation, your attitude determines a lot towards this journey.
Yo.
Persons with disability are not any less of humans. They are as good as you are.
Ningependa dunia mzima ione kijana mwenye ananipatia motivation kwa world. Asla come.
Tutamcheki baadaye, but for now I'd love to take us to the next break, guys.
Wow.
Remember, we talked about 21st September being International World Peace Day. Well, we did something small for you guys, and of course, we got to interact with the Peace Coordinator Kamkunji, Mr. Kennedy, and this is what he had to say.
My name is Kennedy Singh. I'm a peace builder. I coordinate matters of peace building in Kamkunji sub-county. Without peace, we will not talk about the economy, we will not talk about the growth of people, we will not talk about the achievement put in place, we will not talk about the development. So peace is number one, and then these other things will follow. Because you cannot take children to school when there is conflict or the country is at war. People are fighting one another. You cannot talk about development when there is the country's conflict. You cannot talk about anything else. So if you are peace, if the country is at peace, then you talk about these other things. And a number of stakeholders in this country, including now where I am, the peace committees, are put in place measures to make sure people are peaceful now, during election and after. And one of them is to map out hotspot areas. 2, awareness creation and civic education. Number 3, early warning, early response systems have been put in place to collect information, look at that information, and where needs to be, when intervention is needed, share that information with relevant authorities to make sure things are done in a proper way. Initially, people living with disabilities were left out initially. But after a while, we realized that there are very important stakeholders in this country in terms of promotion of peace. Their views, their opinion, their participation and involvement is very, very important. Not just participation and even giving their views. It is very important. And this is a segment of people that whenever we have conflict, they are the most vulnerable. So you look at maybe someone is physically challenged. Movement is a problem. And here is a conflict, people are running away. This person can't run away. So we must make sure that whatever we do, we involve them so that they are able to tell us or to tell the country or to give their opinion and be part of the decision on every intervention put in place to guarantee their safety and their peace.
Being a minister, I think about the rap in Kenya, you know, Slain, I'm the best in the planet. Yeah, this a boy Slain 254, go check me out, man. Yeah. Gang yote supenda piga luku, kuzorora matenge kunywa supu. Niko stay check, with my mic check, na mafans kono juu wamenipa chance. Gang yote supenda piga luku, kuzorora matenge kunywa supu. Niko stay check, with my mic check, na mafans kono juu wamenipa chance. That enhance me, hustle for the cash. No checks me, want a full bag. Come, see the booty bands. In our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. Ali mokinanga ya. In our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. Ali mokinanga ya. Semi kitu mina taka tungo. Ako fiti ebu give us that do. Side dako akusoko anataka moto iyo hagota kuza tuka flow. In our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. Ali mokinanga ya. Cheki asset, kami maset. Lafu beps unajua na kubaise. Biro chuad, si mangumi. Lafu bule bronda mfanya homie. Gota, kata, G, rasta. Young slains unajua manze mtu master. Shiki low break, kazi sita black. Ndai tuma mula manze mola ani black. Gota, kata, G, rasta. Young slains unajua manze mtu master. Shiki low break, kazi sita black. Ndai tuma mula. I was young but I knew how to grind. Wasn't easy but I made it to the top. 350 in the pocket for a day. Used to starve every night just to save. I was young but I knew how to grind. Wasn't easy but I made it to the top. 350 in the pocket for a day. Used to starve every night just in our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. In our gang, in our yard. Ali mokinanga yo aski. In our gang, in our yard, yeah. In our gang, in our yard, in our gang, in our yard. Ali mokinanga yeah. Yo, hey. Yard. One time, gang, in our yard. Ati, kota, kata, G, rap. Young slains unajua manze mtuma. Shiki low break, kazi sita break. Nadai tuma mula manze mola ani bless. Ati bless. Ani bless. What? Ati bless. Nadai tuma mula manze mola ati bless.
What? Energy check manze.
Yeah, thanks. Poa.
Uko aje mtu wangu?
Niko poa manze.
Manze napenda energy yako jo.
Shukran.
Ebu piga line moja tu ya ngoma. Akapela, si ndio? Line moja tu. Your favorite line kwa hiyo ngoma?
My favorite line ni line ya mwisho kwa hiyo song. Ina speak about my life. Venye nilianza kugrind manze after high school.
Yeah.
So naisema hivi. I was young but I knew how to grind. It wasn't easy but I made it to the trap. 350 in the pocket for a day. Used to starve every night just to save.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Inaka hiyo song ni deep sana, si ndio?
Yeah.
So before hata tuingie kwa hiyo song, hebu kwanza introduce properly.
Yeah.
Kwa hii Kamenje.
Okay, so this boy is Lane 254 and me I'm an upcoming artist, but I always consider myself deep inside as an international artist because I believe that God amenipea hii kipaji ever since. I've been in the industry even in my dream and I've seen myself making it, not just because of the dress code or everything, even as I picture myself back down, nikitoka kwa stage, nikitoka huku hivi, nikivoice nguo, nikienda back to my hustle. hata msaki ni dharawaje, I always know like deep down Slain manze ni mse true, mse one day anaenda make anaenda miles manze. So that's how I define myself. I define myself as a free spirit that is going to get the success that is deserved. Yeah.
So turudi nyuma kiasi Slain. So mziki, jani yako ya mziki ilianzaje?
So jani yangu muziki ilianza way back nikiwa na bro. So ile design yenye tungesikiza music kwa radio, then wazazi wangeanza zile za kutuambia to dance. But after kudance hapo unapewa 10 bob so moja ama nini, pengine zile makrisima hizi zao kwa street to home. Unapata zile free time yenye saa tuko peke yetu sasa wakid tunaweza kusing along to songs zile za kitambo kina Isa kina nani. Hapo sasa ndo unapata tulianza kuingia hivyo. Kuingia high school, nilifika high school, nilijipata niko flexible enough, naweza ingia dance. Iliingia in terms of creativity through music.
Dance.
Yeah, so nikaingia into dance, nilikuwa dance mbaya. Then nikaendelea kulisten through music, through dance. Then nikakumbuka yenye kipaji mko nayo juu sometimes naweza jipata tu naimba kitu yenye msee hajaimba zini natoka from nowhere tu. Especially nikijipata niko busy naandika kitu, ama niko na hustle nafanya kitu fulani, ama niko na mawazo najipata tu naimba. Na naona mzee hii kitu nika ina make. So after kumaliza high school hivi ndo nikaona nikingojanga stories za kole nini wacha nijitume studio nione kai inaweza jipa.
Na how is that working out saizi inakupeleka aje?
Well, so far talent yenyewe na thank God sana juu naona kila msee mwenye amesikia from my first song, hata sahii mkiiweka like msaisikize anaweza dhani ni song maybe ya 10th. So inaonyesha like talent imejipa in terms of mtu akisikia anajua umse yenyewe ni mwimbaji. But challenge yangu kubwa in music imekuwa ni marketing. Juu nimenotice like you have to grind for that recording, you have to grind for that video, and you have to grind for that video and also to market it. Na ikifika time ya marketing jipata nimekuwa cut juu hata my last song that I did kuna vile haikupata zile views mimi nilidai ipate juu sikuwa na marketing poa.
So let's talk about that. It's something yenye a lot of artists wanna go through, the fact that lazima uhustle, ufanye this, ufanye that ndio uweze kufanya pia muziki. So is there anything else unafanya apart from music?
Well, apart from music, like for example where I get the money to fund my music, like niko na mimi na biz. Tulianza biz ya kuuza manguo. Tuna grind, tunaenda pale KIHUMBA, tunachambua mali, tunazileta kuna market na mtindua. Hapo ndo si uchangamkia na tunaget hizo do kidogo, tuna invest, tuna save na tuna kama tuna music.
So track yako ya kwanza umesema ilikuwa gani?
So track ya kwanza inaitwa Samba.
That hiyo ndio ulirecord ya kwanza?
Track ya kwanza tulipea the name Genesis.
Why Genesis?
The beginning. So as much as muimba nilijipata like nikitaka kuimba roho yangu niongelesha like are you serious you're singing secular, but nikajipata like all my thoughts zinatoa secular music, niko na tu acha nitoe secular ndo nisiende nikawa like waseme umse ametoa gospel ame backslide nini. So the first track hata unaona inaitwa Genesis juu bado niko na ile theme na setting ya msee wa Christianity. So niko na let it be the beginning. Mimi na bro tulitoa the first song inaitwa Genesis, Genesis Millenniums.
So Genesis ilikuwa gospel?
Genesis ilikuwa tu first song, just a good vibe. Tulipea tu jina Genesis because it was the first song.
The start, like the beginning. Now ilikuwa aje experience yako ya kwanza kurecord? Sasa umetoka kwa dance, umeingia kwa muziki, you're recording your first track, how was it?
So my first track like kuna vile muko na energy na hype just like umecheki. Like hiyo hype nilienda nayo studio. Nilikuwa na big bro, yeye alikuwa muoga, but mimi nilienda huko nikaa najua tu mimi nikalilwe manze na kuja kukill stuff unacheki. So the good thing I was like I was good in the vibe, I was good with my lyrics na nini. Because hata ukipata Genesis nilijua kutakuwa na ile portrait yenye wasa wanakuambia huwezi make it because ni first song. So that's why my first verse musemanga jokers on my face, fuck off. My first verse as a rapper, though inakuanga ni mbaya zimsakisikia fuck off, no, that's a blur, yeah? But hiyo nilikuwa fast inipe that mentality, then after that naingia deep into the bars.
So umesema ulikuwa raised kwa a Christian background.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Na sasa ukifanya hii mziki ingine, don't you sometimes feel like unaenda the wrong way ama unafanya the wrong thing? Are you fully content with the type of music yenye unafanya right now, considering your background?
Yeah, so considering my background as a Christian, now my music, you know, like right now, this is my, I think that nikona my first solo song and iko out. That is Genyoti. Ukisearch tu Slen 254 ukisearch hivyo utaipata.
Genyoti.
Yeah, Genyoti. So after releasing Genyoti, hapo ndo nilirealize hizo umeniambia juu, like nilipata critics from my fellow friends wenye like wanapenda God, zile za bro, are you sure you're doing secular, unaona? So nikafikiria niko na zile za okay, I love God, mi pray, mi ufanya nini, but when I think of music, like mupenda kuithink, mostly I like story ya love song.
Yeah.
Love songs, alafu mi describe madem sana nikipiganga buzz zangu. So naona zile za mind yangu manze inaingilia sana secular, unaona? So nikona what I'm gonna do is this, like I'm going to like trust in God and pray and see what will happen. So most of all, ikafika time where by nika realize like when I'm singing gospel, I can either sing gospel for ministry, lead guys to God, and I can just sing gospel like ikuweka ni good music. Like most Kenyans sahi najua wanaimba gospel as good music ama business.
Yeah.
But when you're singing to gospel as a ministry, lazima uende hard ka kina Gloria Muliro, kina nani, like lazima uende low. Yeah, si kama si tu wenye kina Masterpiece wanachangamuka. That's a good gospel, but wanaimba ki business and good music, not as for ministry. Hata kama ministry what ziko ndani, for someone who's so spiritual, like tuseme msemo wenye unajua once we are saved, si Holy Spirit ako ndani yako. Once ukisikia song yote yenye iko hapo hivyo na uone as much as it's gospel na iko na 2 words of ministry, uone zingine ni blood na this is just playing with our mind, no? Yeah, so that's me muichukulia ka gospel for just for the industry, ama pia like although si mbaya because hizo zinafanyanga unaenda like unasikiza Masterpiece alafu baadaye utarudi usikize Gloria Muliro, unaona? At least wako pia na function.
Yeah. So I want to throw you under the bus kiasi. So umesema saizi umesema umedefine gospel, kuna gospel ministry na kuna sasa kama biz sasa kimziki. So saizi ukiweza pata chance seme tu ya kugo hard venye umesema like the likes of Gloria Muliro and maybe kina Bukuku and the likes, unaweza take your chance? Can you do it considering maybe your background na vile tu uko as a person?
So considering my condition right now, like mimi msema nenda church sahi, mimi msema naweza sema mbele said seven mokoka.
Really?
Because although temptation ziko, unajua miche naaminianga ni hivi, once umesema umendapo church umeombewa, umeambiwa believe in Christ, umemkubali, umesema manze you are saved, hakunanga story as you tena you are not saved, ushaandikwa. Sasa zingine zote ni kubackslide, na backsliding miche ujiambia hivi ndio mimi ujipush, unajipata na demo umemes, ndio ndio ni mso wa God. Sasa utasema sasa ushafutwa kwa book what you do ni hivi, mimi ujipush nasema my past ama my yesterday sin will not make me lose my focus in God. Hivyo ndo muichukulia, na nikishaichukulia hivyo muendeleanga hivyo. Na ikikam kwa secular like bado sijatatua kesi yangu, zo bado najipata na lot of what me create ziko worldly songs, unaona? Although niko saved, worldly songs zinakonga zimeja kwa mind yangu. So bado niko na linga to that, bado like na try nione ka maybe nikienda deep into the word ndo naweza jipata maybe ni match worldly songs nianza kufollow the true path.
So nini haswa is making you not just decide? Because I think as a person and as an artist, as a creative, sindio,
Yeah.
you're more likely to prevail when you're in a position yenye unafanya kitu yenye unafeel unaifanya vizuri, unaifanya freely,
Yeah.
unaifeel. Don't you think ukiweza switch kwa hii side, your gospel side, unaweza sasa kuwa maybe inaweza kuwa ndio breakthrough, because it by the looks inakani kama unatambua sana the other side. That's the gospel ministry.
Well, natambua gospel ministry because nimekwambia like nili get saved, ndio.
Yeah.
But my recent songs like bado sijazi release, zote ni secular. I only have one gospel song. Na unajua nili hustle nikaziwai.
Yeah.
Sapo movie nikadeva shadipimia. Because hizo vida lazima hizo song ukisikiza mse yote anakuambia ni hit song. Unafaa uzishutie vida.
Yeah.
Na maybe hizo zinaweza kuomosha. Alafu hapo ukiangalia uko na ka gospel kamoja. So hapo penye nimeshika ni ile design. Nikisema natoa hii gospel song na nishoot vida poa, i hit. Hizi vida zingine baadaye naweza temptika nikuje nifanye nizi release na nichanganye ma fans. Unaona?
Yeah, if there's something yenye naweza taka tu quick very clear on, probably it's something yenyewe inachanganya wasena. Na now that wewe ni artist na unajipata kwa hii sport,
yeah,
it's poor ku clarify, si ndio?
Yeah.
Mse wa secular hizi imba gospel song.
So like as I told you, gospel ni wide, si ndio? What mse wa secular anaimba ni anaimba how God ameonekania kwa life yake.
Yeah.
Juu wezi niambia mse alihit tu bila kuomba ama alienda hiyo stage bila kuomba katoka hapo alive.
Yeah.
Lazima kuna vile aliomba. Hata hiyo day ya shoot, wase uomba ndo wafanye shoot. Hata calligraph maybe ako ni witness.
Yeah.
Wase uomba maze God said shoot happen fit. So that guy prayed. So the only song mse wa secular niza ku-advise, atakuambia kitu moja. Kani mse wa Illuminati hata recognize God.
Yeah.
Lakini kani mse mwenye ashaipitia church, atamrecognize how? Atahakikisha mededicate one lamp yake ya God. Sasa unapatanga most guys wenye wanaimba secular, utapata kuna tu ile song moja alitolea God. Yeah. So that inakwanga tu definition ya anasema umse ana believe in God.
Nice. So what's the plans from now, as now that una plan kufanya hizo vitu zote? What are you looking forward to now as an artist going forward?
Well, as an artist, like so far nimelan as an artist tunafaa tukue humbled, because wazi jua God anakuomosha na so. Na so I want to like nimejipea challenge nijue venye nda grind hata nikiendanga like nikisema naenda go hustle kuzia wasee nguo ama kufanya nini. Nataka nikuwe tu ule msame humble design fulani, God ani realize anipe the right song ama the right way. Ndio kani secular ndakikisha my secular at least najua the past secular zilikuwa so dirty. But this time round nataka like if I'm going to release any song, let it be clean. Let it have some flowers like the kind of Nyashiski. Yeah.
Fanya tu gospel, but ni sawa anyway. So you're performing one last track, si ndio?
Yeah.
Inaitwa
Samba by Millennium. Samba.
So Samba, kwa vile the way mimi nimesikia it sounds more like maybe dance song.
Yeah. So Samba is a mix of Kwaito and Afro. Yeah, alafu rap muichapa kigengeton. Yeah, so like kuchapa gengeton is simple, like unaimba tu Kiswahili but unaiwekea energy ya dancehall. Yeah.
Sawa. So ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuning in, remember we are live on YouTube at E_squared TV. This is Eastlands Expressions, and tuko hapa ndani ya studio na an amazing gentleman anaitwa Slain 254. He's gonna perform for us one last track inaitwa Samba. And this one is a big tune. So kama unasikia kidogo hivi uko mlezi, hii ndio time yako sasa. Simama, put on those dancing shoes because it's about to get lit. Ama ni aje?
Yeah,
so
for sure, man.
Do your thing,
yeah.
And then ni come to malizia, au sio?
So, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet Kenyan lady, she a chocolate lady. Abi, me, millenniums. Yeah. Samba, 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 Sambamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, samba, sambamba. Samba, samba, sambamba. Samba, sambamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, sambamba, samba, sambamba. Samba, sambamba. Samba, sambamba. Rap to cassette, check you wanna set. Tire merigen, wanna meditate. Marasta ko ring, check you wanna black. Kali to a tit, octopigo X. Slang kwenye ring, mina saka checks. Money kwenye bank. Ra, konda kwenye road wameshika ganji. Sasa kwenye road wamepewa chumvi. I am my baby. 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 Samba, samba, bamba, bamba, samba, 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 bamba, bamba, samba, 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 bamba, bamba, samba, 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 bamba, bamba, samba, samba. Achi, check it, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring. Check it, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring, letter, ring. Baby Kisumo, baby Rongai, baby Buru, Buru, baby Kisumo, baby Rongai, baby Buru, Buru. Chafua kwa meza, chafua kwa kiti, chafua kwa grao. Boss, sebo ita Brayo. Boss, sebo ita Kevo. Samba, samba, bamba, bamba, samba, 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 bamba, bamba, samba, 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 yeah. Samba, bamba, bamba, samba, 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 bamba, bamba, samba, 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 yeah.
Manze, so it can only get better. It can only get better and better and better. I don't know if any one of you has a question. So, kuna maswali hapa kwa comment section, si ndio? Wacha tuanze na Steve Biko. Anasema hivi, ukimaliza hiyo interview ingia hapo at Black Boy Music uangushe ka single.
Namjua.
Unajua Steve Biko,
Namjua.
Ni mzito wetu hapa kwa show manze, to keep company each and every Saturday. Thanks so much Steve Biko manze for holding it down. So Ian Shortit anauliza, how different are you from the other artists?
So how different am I?
Yeah.
Well, chenye naweza sema ni the only difference that I have ni I think deep down me feel like my talent kuna vile nimeanza kumwachia God. Na kama ni secular ndiye atanipea ama kama ni gospel ndanipea, surely inaenda kwenda international, because I always count myself as an international artist. Yeah.
It's amazing na napenda sana the passion that you have and the sense that unajijua na unajua whatever your purpose is, ndio?
Yeah, thanks.
So umetaja Kevo na Brayo. Kevo na Brayo. Wasa nakonga tu kwa ngori. Mbona Kevo na Brayo?
Well, hey,
Kevo jo.
Kevo jo. Yeah, makevo mimi nawajua jo. Kevo we. Wanajijua. Siwezi wachomea.
Kevo na Brayo. Unajua kuna
suraje kilook zao.
Tuko nao hapa kwa set. Unajua sasa wanajishuku mbaya sana. Anyway manze. Kama unajua ni Kevo ni Brayo.
Yeah.
Tumekuweka kwa darubini, tunakuona sana. So any last word to your fans?
Well, to my fans, ningependa kusema hivi. I know like deep down nilikuwa na believe like I only fight for 50 fans, but the break is gonna be more than 50 millions, because believe it, a lot of great beautiful music is gonna come on your way. with support na nikipata the right marketing to reach, guys, be assured that tunaenda kumake it, au sio? Big up guys.
Social media, maybe social media handles tukimaliza venye wanaweza kuget.
Well, unaweza get all platform at Slain254 on YouTube, Slain254 on IG, everywhere, all platforms, Slain254.
Yeah.
And I want to big up this big team here and Mr. Mwaki for bringing me here. Big out E Square, Maze, a lot of love from me, Maze, hapa hivi.
So very humbled to have you today on our show.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love your energy, manze. I love the way uko mreal. Napenda vile unatambua Saja, manze. Saja ni mse important sana kwa life.
Thanks.
Na I'm sure the sky is not even the limit for you. Sindio? So piga shughuli, piga mboka hapo hivyo nje, piga mziki, and then kila kitu kitakuwa tu fit, au sio?
Yes, thanks.
Sindio? So till next time, big up.
Peace.
All right. Yes, that was Slain254 giving us nothing but an amazing time. Manze ame light up his space. Karo,
Usisahau kumention venye umedance.
nani mimi?
Wewe.
Sasa siwe basi useme. Mtu wajisifu.
Imagine I'm not going to do that. Wewe tu ni mnoma.
Mimi ni mnoma?
Yeah, hivyo tu.
I'm humbled.
Okay.
I'm humbled.
Guys, it has been amazing having you guys on E Square. Remember, we come to you live every Saturday from 2 p.m. on YouTube at E_Square TV. Of course, you get to interact with us on our social media handles as well. We are on Facebook at Eastlands Expressions, on Twitter at E_Squared KE, and of course, on Instagram at E_Squared KE.
And then, next week, something big is happening.
Of course, as always.
The baddest, the biggest, the illest rap contest in the 254 in East Africa and Wallipa Africa. Maze next week at Maono Inspiration Center pale Dandora Posta. If you know any rapper, sasa si wale marapa mbwakni tafadhali. Kama unajitambua we ni rapper deadly, if you got the buzz, if unajua utakuja hapo uteme mistari zako zote, see you there is the place to be. Show itakuwa inaanza exactly at 10. Stop.
At 10:30, actually,
yeah.
If they are the baddest rappers in the 254, if you believe you have all it takes to be our mic champ, for this month, we already have contestants. So when we come pale Dandora, Maono Center, be part of the movement. Of course, you get to grab 2 or 3 things from the other rappers. Yeah. And then next month, you never know, you might be our next mic champ. Sindo? Yeah.
Kuja hapo ibe tips, alafu sa next time kikam, unakuwa wendi umdeadly kushinda kila mtu. Sindo?
Yes.
So manze, I can't wait to see you guys next week on Wednesday. Remember the location is at Maono Inspiration Center iko Dandora Posta. Yeah. So for more information, tutakuwa share the poster. And then check our Instagram, our social media handles for more information about.
Yes. We are on Instagram at MikeCheck254.
Yeah.
Send us a message. If you want to know how you can get to that place, we'll give you directions, of course. We need more. The more, the merrier.
The more, the merrier.
Yeah. And of course, if you are an artist, if you are a voiceover artist, if you are an aspiring artist, if you want to make a difference in the music scene, yani, if you want to be greater than the greatest in the scene as per now, we have something for you guys. Tutumie message on Instagram at blackboy_music. Yeah. And of course, we are in Buruburu, Apron Center, room number 20.
20, third floor.
Yes. Come through tufanye something. Yani, we are ready for you guys. Hata tujui ni nini actually unangoja. We have been waiting for the longest time. We need you to come through so that we can work on making greater things. And of course, just pressing and sending the music scene on a different scene.
Yeah, we also need to remind them that we have a lovely offer for you guys. Stay hapa, but if you feel you're interested, if you feel you've got, you need a space to do quality music at an affordable price with a lovely family who are going to offer you an amazing network. Tutafute, sindio?
Yes.
Information iko hapo chini.
Kwa screen. Yeah.
Talk to us. Book.
Yes, and as we wind the show, Peter, we cannot leave without saying we are at episode 70, man.
What?
Woo! It has been an amazing journey, guys.
Karo, 70 episodes of pure niceness, pure entertainment.
Candid conversations, insightful interviews, amazing performances.
Amazing guests.
and of course, beautiful and handsome hosts.
Aww.
And the amazing band in the 254, the Black Boy Band. Of course, you guys have made it possible, been into the space, and
Yeah.
we celebrate you guys as well. Yani nyinyi wale wase mmeshikilia spot muhimu sana.
So officially tunafaa kuanza countdown ya E-squared at 100. Manze sisi ngoje.
We're getting there soon.
Sisi
We're getting
ngoje
there
siku.
soon. But as for now, Yani, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being part of the family. Thank you for being part of the movement. Thank you for always keeping it E-squared each and every Saturday from 2 p.m. Yani, we love you guys so much, and the love yenye mmetu show, yani the support that may come through from you guys. We are at episode 70, and we do not take it for granted.
Yes, ma'am.
Genuinely from the heart at Eastlands Expressions, the whole team that has been working on the show. We thank you guys so much. Continue keeping it E-squared each and every Saturday from 2 p.m. And of course, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time we go live, every time we put out content for you guys, you are able to access it. Na tuendelee kusonga pamoja. Goal episode 100.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be possible.
I've been your host, Pinches the Entertainer.
And I am Caroline Atieno. Remember, you get to interact with us on our social media handles, on Facebook at Eastlands Expressions, on Twitter at E_squared KE, and of course on Instagram at E_squared KE. Until next time, have a beautiful evening.
Adios. Samba, samba, samba. Hey. Samba.